All right. Is my time beginning yet? Okay. So yeah, I'm Andrew Walker. Nice to meet you all. Sharing this very nerve-wracking moment in my life. I consider myself kind of an entrepreneur and an artist, so kind of an entrepreneur of the arts, if you will. Oh shit, we're already at Entropy. So I have two companies that I run. They're called Entropy Arts and Entropy Ensemble. This is entropy in the form of equation, and if we want to actually, you know what, I have no idea what that means. I'll tell you what entropy means to me. Entropy is this idea, or sorry, it's more of like a measurement of order to disorder. And it's really correlated with the universe. The universe they believe that it started in a very organized state and expanded into a very disorganized state and is becoming more and more chaotic. Just like a Rubik's Cube in a way. If you take a Rubik's Cube and you first get it, it's all beautiful and it's all organized and you all shift it up and it gets crazy. It's hard to even see where it actually originated from. And what I think is really fascinating about that concept, being an artist, is that although you don't really recognize it anymore, it's still a Rubik's Cube. It's still all connected. All those colors and shapes are all still there. And so I really like incorporating that in my process as a musician and an artist. And so I just mentioned I'm a musician. Looking at entropy through the lens and looking at music, like classical and say hip-hop, a lot of people might not see that there's a connection between those two, but I find there's a lot of connections between them. You know, music is sound over time, yes, but look at this. This is great. I got Bach right here and I got 50 Cent. Believe it or not, there is a connection between Bach and 50 Cent. Seriously. So anyway, just recognizing what entropy is and just incorporating it in my life, I really got infatuated with just finding these connections and discovering different, I don't know, again, connections between different styles and genres of music. And so, and there you go. See, back to order. So I'm going to give you a little background on myself. I started actually in theater. I was an actor for pretty much most of my life. And then by the time I got to college, I really fell in love with music. And I decided to play piano a lot. And I got a degree in music theory and composition. And by the time I graduated from college, I realized that I love producing concerts and I love performing. And so I wanted to create my own music group. And so I created Entropy Ensemble. And Entropy Ensemble is a very unique group of musicians and instrumentation that really, I strive to blur the lines between musical styles and genres. And so really kind of translating that idea into a music group that's always challenged and always pushing the limits. And so here's the group right here. There's me on the piano. And then we've got violin, cello, double bass, and percussion. So just naturally, you can see it's a very, very dynamic, unique instrumentation. And also, I'll mention that everyone in the group comes from a completely different musical background, and I handpicked them for that reason. The string guys, the violinist and the cellist, they are classically trained, and myself and the drum and bass player are all jazz trained. And so already naturally we kind of have this mixing and melting pot of different voices and styles and genres and such. And so whenever we got together and we decided we were going to play some music, we wanted to figure out where to start. How do we collaborate? How do we learn from one another and start this thing? And the answer to that question was the music of Radiohead. I don't know if you have any Radiohead fans in the audience. Love Radiohead. We really want, as opposed to writing original music to begin with, we really wanted to start with something that we all loved, but wanted to explore some more. So we recorded a 3-song EP, started performing this music instrumentally, and next thing you know, we're on tour with Duncan Sheik doing East Coast tours. I'm producing 2 concerts a year, big concerts here in Charleston. They're wildly successful, and things just really accelerated for the group, and we were attracting very diverse audiences and hearing the same thing. And what we kept hearing was, you're not really a genre, you just do what you do, and we appreciate that you do what you love and you're not defining yourself. And so that's what we really stand for. So after collaborating with all these musicians and doing Entropy for a little while, I really wanted to expand even more and start collaborating with artists from completely different mediums, so like filmmakers and visual artists and writers. And so I created a sister company called Entropy Arts. You like how I added that pyramid right there? That's pretty cool with the Anyway, Entropy Arts shares very similar mission, and that is to facilitate and create projects or opportunities for artists, very open-minded artists, to come in, collaborate, create projects that blur the lines even between now these different mediums. And so we've done a number of really great projects here in Charleston, and what we're best known for right now is a arts festival called Jailbreak. I don't know if you guys have heard of Jailbreak, but it's a really, really cool event now in Charleston, biannually. I started it last spring, and it's held at the Old City Jail, which I think is by far, no offense to Dock Street, but probably the coolest venue that there is. I just love the jail. And the goal with Jailbreak is to bring together all the different artists from our community together, connect them with community, and just see what happens. And so many great things have happened from Jailbreak, just bringing everybody together under one roof. And I'll announce to you guys that we have our 4th installment of Jailbreak coming up this November. It's going to be November 17th. So keep your eyes open for that. And so just kind of recapping everything, and what Entropy's really just kind of been this driving force of my life, even just this really simple idea and how it's kind of become now part of my creative process. And it's given me a much deeper understanding of the way the world, just the way things work together. And it's like they said as they introduced me, it's kind of instilled this trust in me to not think about everything and just do as much as you can, do what you love. And there is this order underneath the chaos of this world, and it is there to support you. So leaving you guys, I want you to know you have to do what you love to do. Please do it for you, do it for me, do it for your mom, do it for everybody. Like, do what you love to do. Don't think about it too much, and I promise you things will work out. And I guess I got, right? There you go. Do it. So now you guys can go get a beer now. Beer time.